The Bengals have put Trey Hendrickson on the trade block, and the market for him is really hot right now. The Panthers, the Colts, and shockingly, even the Browns are all interested in acquiring the Bengals' star pass rusher. The Bengals have botched this situation so badly. First of all, if you were going to trade Trey Hendrickson, you should have done it months ago. You should have either done it during the combine, before the draft, during the draft, or a few days after the draft. Now the season is 2-3 weeks away, and you want to get rid of the best player on your defense? The Bengals have no margin for error on offense this year. If you thought Joe Burrow had to be Mr. Perfect last season, he has to be Mr. Flawless this season. He has to throw 50 touchdowns and no interceptions for the Bengals to have a shot at making it to the playoffs this year. Your defense got worse this offseason. The Bengals already got rid of their leading tackler, Jermaine Pratt, by releasing him not too long ago. They lose Sam Hubbard to retirement. Now they're about to take another blow on defense by getting rid of their only elite player. If you take Trey Hendrickson 17.5 sacks off of the Bengals sack total last year, they would have been dead last in the NFL in sacks. Not only have they mishandled trading Trey Hendrickson, but they also have mishandled his contract negotiations. You have $28 million available in salary cap, Cincinnati, and you mean to tell me you don't have enough money to get a deal done with the only good player on your defense? Trey Hendrickson isn't worth $35 million per season, coming off 2 back-to-back 17.5 sack seasons. The Bengals are not a serious organization. Joe Burrow forced them to keep both Jamar Chase and T. Higgins because he knows that the front office is blind when it comes to drafting. They're blind when it comes to being able to assemble a championship-level defense. That's why he told them, make sure that you bring back both T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, because I'm not going to have a defense to rely on. I'm not going to have a good offensive line. If you're not going to give me a good offensive line, a good head coach, or a good defense, the least that you can do to help me out is give me my 2 best weapons. The Bengals had no choice but to give in to Joe Burrow's commands. Look how atrocious the defense is. And what makes me laugh is the narrative that Al Golden is going to be able to fix this defense. Lou Anarumo a few years ago was a finalist for several head coaching jobs. You just don't become a bad defensive coordinator overnight unless you have terrible personnel to work with, which is what the Bengals gave Lou Anarumo the past 2 years when they decided not to retain Jesse Bates. They let Von Bell walk. All of the good players that the Bengals had drafted, they decided not to re-sign. But for some odd reason, though, despite having one of the youngest defenses in the NFL, one of the cheapest defenses in the NFL, the Bengals aren't good on this side of the ball. Why? Because they have whiffed badly in the draft. Shamar Stewart doesn't look good. The defensive lineman that you took from Clemson 2 years ago, he hasn't started in a single game, and he's been with the franchise for going on 3 seasons now. Nobody that the Bengals draft ever ends up being good. So it's shocking that they think it's a smart decision to get rid of Trey Hendrickson, not pay him what he deserves to get paid, when they really have no other way to win this year but retaining him. Literally, that is the entirety of your defense at this point. You don't have no proven pass rushers on your team. Your cornerback position is a huge question mark. What else are the Bengals going to do to get stops on defense if they don't have Trey Hendrickson? The idea of the Bengals even entertaining trading away Trey Hendrickson shows you the stupidity of this organization. When you have a guy that's put up back-to-back 17.5 sack seasons, you don't let them walk because you're concerned about age. Age is just a number for somebody like Trey Hendrickson. You can still be an elite player at 34 years old. The NFL is a production-based business. You should be paying players based off what they have done for you lately, what they are now, and not what they could be. You don't worry about Trey Hendrickson possibly falling off when every single year your objective is to give Joe Burrow the best team possible to win. When you have a championship-level quarterback like Joe, then you make sure you go all in on trying to put the best team on the field possible every single season. Congratulations to Mr. Flawless getting Jamar Chase and T. Higgins paid, because those are the only two guys he's going to be able to rely on this year. If the Bengals are not on the field for the final 2 minutes with the opportunity to win the game, they are going to lose every single time that situation doesn't come up. Because if you put this defense on the field and you tell them to win us the game, go get us a stop, they're going to be unable to do it.